All right, it's time for another weekly Squardle. This is puzzle number 186. If you're not familiar with Squardle, it's like Wordle on a grid. We're guessing a row and a column at the same time. This 8 is how many guesses we have remaining. And I just want to mention before we get started that I did solve a crazy thing yesterday. There's 2 new modes to Squardle, 34 and distance 34, and I did both of them at the same time. So if you haven't seen all those videos about the new modes, links in the description and all that. But today we're doing the weekly Squardle. And a couple weeks ago, I did a version of this where I tried to use all 26 letters in the alphabet, and I commented that one way to do it would be to start with a 5-word, 25-letter start, and then do the other letter later. And I said I didn't know how interesting that would be, but I had some comments from people saying that they'd like to see me try that. So we're going to do the 5-word, 25-letter start. This is the usual 5-word, 25-letter start. Glent, brick, jumpy, Vazhood, and Wakfs. Okay, so we've done everything but X. Now, the trick here is I'm going to try to see if I can figure out all the answers now before I guess anymore. I don't know if it's going to happen. There's a lot of black letters in the grid. Look at all the black. There's no U or I. That's wild. F, G, J, K, M. I mean, Z, Q, V even aren't too surprising, but wow. Okay, lots of black. Well, we've got B, L, E, and N in this top row, which is really interesting. And B, L, and E cannot be first. I mean, E is probably at the end, right? Right? Probably, unless it's E, N. But the B not being at the beginning and the L not being at the beginning is really interesting. Because we could do an N, but Noble? Noble is good. Noble is really good. And we have the red O here. Yeah, Noble's really good. Okay, that gives us a start. We've got the O. We need an R in this column. Man, we've got C and H in this row. C and H in this row. Okay, so let's do... I mean, we could do CH at the end. We do have this red C. It's not going to be CH down here. We need an... what if we did an E? A, there's the yellow A. Lance, we need an N. I mean, this could be an NCH. This H here is interesting. We need an S. Ooh, we also need a T though. Interesting. We need a T and an S, and one of them could be before the H. But I don't think you're gonna... I don't think that's a thing. And we can't put the S there, so if you put the T there, then S something? But if this is the S, where are you putting the T? Ooh. So maybe it's not CH here. What if instead this is... let's get the right thing. CHANT. Chant. And then... what do you do with the C here? C there? I don't know if I like that, but I don't really like NC at the end either. So I don't think that's going to work with the N there. Okay, CH was really good here. NCH is good, but then I don't know what to do. Yeah, the H just doesn't work. So it can't be... that could still be a C. But it feels like it's going to be C. H somehow at the beginning. It's interesting. It doesn't work to put the N here. But you put the C here, I don't think it works to put the H at the end. And N, CE just works so well. Lance works really good, but this isn't necessarily CH. We could have the H without the C, not being after the C. That's certainly possible. We could put it at the beginning. We could do like SH or something like that. We could have the C in both places. But then I don't know what we would do with the N. In fact, that's interesting. If the C is here and the H is second, what are we going to do with the N? That's not going to work. Okay, if the C is there, the H has to be at the beginning. And then we could put an N here. We could do hence, Esther? That's not terrible. That's not terrible. And the AS here isn't bad for an N. We've got an L. Ooh, the L would have to be here then, because we've got the 2 yellows. What is that? There's no U. We can't do like hulas or something. Atlas, because a vowel here would be good. Okay. BL. Can't be I or U. Can't be blink. Can't be blunt. We could do an A. We could do like bland. We have a yellow D. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna be right, but we're coming up with a possible grid here. Nacho. Older or order, and other enchant. I mean, it's a possible grid. Let's just double check quick. We've got the L, yes, the B, yes, the E, N, and the N, the T. Good. There's no L down here, B down here, E, no T over there. Okay, so the L here, yep. The R, yep. The C, yep, good. The A, good. No E's in there, no O's in here. N and N, the C there and not up there. The H here and not up there. The D is somewhere, but not there. O, yep. S, D, A. I think there's all the clues fit. I think all the clues fit. So I'm gonna go the rows. Noble, Atlas, Chant, hence, and we will order up a solution. All right, very nice. Okay, well, it gets me a 6 because I did 5 guesses before I started getting any right. But wow, after I did the first 5 guesses, I didn't think it was going to be possible to figure it all out. And maybe I got lucky. Maybe there was a possibility that I didn't consider that would have still fit in there. But we had Noble, Atlas, Chant, hence, order, Nacho, other, bland, Lance, and Esther. Very interesting. Well, maybe I'll have to order up some nachos for supper tonight. I'm going to be cooking supper, so maybe I'll cook myself some nachos. I'll order myself to cook some nachos, something like that. Sounds good, though. So anyways, there you go. That was this week's weekly Squardle. Let me know what you thought of my solve and if you like this idea of doing 5 guesses. Of course, it limits you to a 6 at most, but it's kind of fun to do the 5 with 25 letters and then try to solve it from there. So anyways, let me know how your solve went. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.